This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted, as always, to be joined by unbeaten cruiserweight Richard Riakporhe. Been a while, Rich. How you doing?
Well, I'm good. What about you?
I'm very well, thanks. Very well. Always a pleasure to catch up with you. Last time I spoke to you was in the Boxing Social podcast. If everybody watching this hasn't seen it, please go back and have a look. It is still available. But you're looking really well, mate. You're always in great shape, and today's no different.
Yeah, it's important for me to stay in shape, you know. Fight could be around the corner, you know what I mean? So I have to make sure I'm ready. And I really enjoyed that podcast, by the way. That was really good. I got a lot of feedback from that.
Good, I'm glad. It's a good review. So as Richard just said there, go back and watch it and check it all out. But I only got you for a short while today. We're going to catch up in a little bit more detail over the next week or so. But first and foremost, what's going on with you? We haven't seen you in the ring since 2019. At the podcast, you said that we were hopefully going to see you back in the ring at some stage soon, and we haven't. What's going on?
There's been some few issues in the background, but we've dealt with that now. So be expecting to see me in the ring within the next couple months. Max, that's 100% as well. So we're training now. We're getting busy. I'm in shape. Just ready to smack some people in. The vibes.
Where are you at the minute? You're in Loughborough, right?
Yeah, I'm in Loughborough.
How are you getting on there? You've been with your new trainer. He's not really a new trainer anymore. But you've been with Angel Fernandez for a little while now. How are you getting on with him? How are you developing under his stewardship?
Yeah, I've improved so much. I've been getting so much feedback from people that come to watch us spar, watch us move around. Like, I've just been focusing on all the little things, and it's been a while now. So, it's just kind of left us at one place where, things are just flowing. I'm looking great. I've got rhythm, I've got movement. I look like a completely different fighter. Aggressive too, something, a style that the fans will like, So yeah, be expecting that.
Angel Fernandez is somebody who we've seen in the past. He's very drills orientated. He's a very technical coach. I think you, by your own admission, things came very quickly for you as a professional. You still had those raw elements, the less refined elements to your game. What has he specifically been working on with you to improve you?
Well, it's just simple stuff. It's just simple stuff. Good movement, good rhythm, just focused relaxation. Just drilling that again and again and again. Boxing is simple. It's simple and complex at the same time. But once you understand the complexities, you go back to simplicity. And that's how you get it done. You know what I mean? Repetition. That's what we've been doing ever since. And we've seen the benefits. I've seen the benefits and I can see the improvement. So I'm good.
With this period of time out of the ring, I mean, I know you're a very positive person, generally speaking. You're quite laid back, but has it been a little bit frustrating not being able to get back in the ring?
Yeah, of course. It's been very, very frustrating. I was supposed to get back in the ring, return to the ring on March 27th on the Jabril undercard, Dillian White undercard. That fell through because of issues which I don't want to really go into right now. And I was ready, looking to come back with a bang. That fell through. What could we do? No point of crying and sulking. Just get on with life, get back in the gym and carry on doing what I do. And I know, I always knew that there's gonna be a time when things are gonna be smooth and we're gonna get back on track. So it's just sort of, I just carried on focusing on what I was doing, just working on my craft more and more and more. So that's what I did.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you back in the ring, hopefully sometime soon. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to have you for too long today. Just want to grab your opinion on a fight that's coming up this weekend. You know what one I'm talking about. It's one that's getting a lot of attention, and your name is being mentioned an awful lot alongside it because you beat both men, Tommy McCarthy versus Chris Billam-Smith, for the your old British, Commonwealth and European cruiserweight titles. First and foremost, talk to me about the fight. What's your general feeling about the fight? How do you think it's going to go?
I think this is going to be a very competitive fight. I've seen some of the socials and I've seen, some posts from both of the guys. They've been training hard. Tommy's in great shape. Chris Billam-Smith is in great shape as always. And they seem like they're really going for this because they know this win could propel them to, a different level altogether. They can literally just go on and fight for a world title straight after. That's the reality of things. and there's opportunities all over the place. This is gonna get so much publicity. Everybody's talking about it, and it's two fighters that really want to win. So that's always gonna make a great fight. In my opinion, I think it's a close fight. I would lean towards Tommy McCarthy, just because momentum's been on his side. You know, he's come through adversity, and it shows what type of mentality he has. He's not going to give up in there. He's gonna really go for it. And but you can't count CBS out, because Chris Billam-Smith, he's on it. You know what I mean? He can punch. Tommy can whack, but Chris Billam-Smith can punch harder, in my opinion. And I would say, you know, it's a 55 to 45% in favor of Tommy McCarthy. But, you know, you can say, like I put on my Instagram, I did a Q&A the other day, yesterday, I think, and you could say it's a 50-50. It's a proper 50-50. So it's one for the fans to watch, 100%. It's one that could even take the limelight off the main event. Like, I won't be surprised if that's the fight of the night. Let's just put it that way. And I'm not too sure if it will go the distance either.
You mentioned being 55-45 in Tommy McCarthy's favour. You said about Chris Billam-Smith's punching power. What does Tommy McCarthy do well? Why would you give him the edge in this fight?
Tommy McCarthy, it's just more about him as a whole, things that he's been through, coming off the loss, you know, to me, in that fashion, and coming through adversity. You know, he had to deal with a lot of other things in his life. You know, it's character. These are the things that make you a better fighter as a whole. You know, and this will show when a boxer steps in the ring. It's pretty much like when I fight. You know, you could just tell I've been through stuff. You know, the way I fight. Like, I just don't see any way I could give up or not give it my all if I'm down on the cards. And I just see the same in Tommy McCarthy. So you can't count him out. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments on social media, on Eddie Hearn's post. They're talking about CBS within 10 rounds or something like that to win by stoppage. But don't count out Tommy McCarthy, honestly, and he's skillful as well. Same as CBS, so it's a good match. It's a good match.
You mentioned kind of Tommy and what Tommy's been through. Also, CBS lost to you as well, and has since rebounded since then. From a technical point of view, what do each fighter do well? What do each fighter maybe not do so well that the other can capitalize on from your time in the ring with them?
Well, I would say Chris Billam-Smith, he's got good shape, decent rhythm. He's quite sharp, and he will press you. If he has to press you, he'll press you from the beginning. And if you don't have like the punching power to kind of keep him off you, he will keep on coming and coming and coming. He's got great body shots. Whereas Tommy McCarthy, he's quite slick. I've seen him in his last fight. He will sit back and counter punch. So if CBS is coming forward and laying in his shots with all of his might and not thinking about what's coming back, because that's something that I've seen in his last fight. You know, he would throw and then he wouldn't move his head. He just gets tagged. He got hit so many times. I thought, is this the same fight? I thought, I honestly believe that his best performance was against me. Honestly, after watching that fight, it was like, it's almost like he went backwards, like so weird. But anyway, you know, boxing, everybody expects everybody to perform on every occasion, but in reality, you know, that doesn't happen. Sometimes you have some bad days and bad performances, but if he performs like that against Tommy McCarthy, I know Tommy McCarthy would take advantage of that. If he touches him on the shoulder with a right hand, does the type of shoulder roll, counts with a right. I saw him doing that a lot with these in the European title fight. I think the defense. No, was it the main fight? I'm not too sure. Yeah, it was for the title fight. Yeah, so yeah, I just believe that it's going to be interesting. Like, he's counter punching is going to be something that everybody should keep an eye on. You know, he's going to be sharp and he's going to be, you know, ready to shoot for sure. And let him know that he's there. So I'm really interested. I'm going to have my popcorn there. You know what I mean? I'm going to be tuned in.
we've already said that you've got a win over both guys. It sort of highlights how funny a sport boxing is, that both of those guys are now fighting for the British, Commonwealth, European titles, and you haven't boxed since December of 2019. That being said, I'm sure the winner of the fight could become a potential opponent for you, a rematch with either one of the two. Does that interest you after Saturday night?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's a thing where, as a fighter, you want to avenge your losses. If you lost against an opponent, you'd want to get one back, you know, especially if you believe that you could win. So I won't be surprised if they call me out. You know, I would welcome that with open hands. I would welcome that like I'm about to give my family, my mom, a big hug. You know what I mean? That would be fun. And I really do believe that I'll do a way better job than last time, 100%. 100%. I'm so sure that I'm confident about that, even though I've been out for so long. So, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I really want a world title. You know, I really want a world title, but I would like to, you know, mix it, just get in the ring and get active and just mix it with whoever, so I can get that ring rust off and then just get straight back into title contention. That's it. Because I think it could be really, really interesting in the UK. They're fighting for the European champion, Cody world champion. Me potentially getting the title soon. Everybody mix up. We can do our own WBS, World Boxing Series. That would be crazy. All UK fighters, I swear to you, that would be so interesting to watch, to see everybody mix it. Imagine Okolie in there, me, have some other fighters in there like Merhi or Gola-Marian and even Kevin Loreno. Like, that would be, trust me, everybody would tune in for that because everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to win. Nobody can afford to lose. So it's all good. There's a lot of potential fights in the future. So, you know, everybody's on the A game. Everybody has to carry on grafting because, you know, getting the world title is not the end goal. It's going to be the unifying. And once we get the titles, it's like, okay, then let's make some big fights now. Let's get everybody watching. And everybody's definitely going to be watching. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
World Boxing Super Series have done the cruiserweights twice. Maybe they'll do it a third time.
Yeah, of course. Listen, the cruiserweights is an exciting division, and most of them other fighters, they're pushed on now. So you got Maris Breedis, he's moving to heavyweight. You got, who else?
Usyk moved
Dorticos. You know, these guys, like Dorticos, I think is like 35 going 36 or something like that. Maris Breedis is like 34 going or 35 right now. You know, these guys are older. Even Usyk is like 40, 34. You know, everybody's pushing on. And it's just like it's almost like time for the new generation, the new generation fighters. Everybody's in their 30s, early 30s. And the youngest champion being Lawrence Okolie in his late 20s. So everybody's fresh, everybody's on it. You know, it's time for some new faces.
You mentioned Lawrence Okolie, of course, world champion, WBO world champion in your weight class. We spoke about him on the podcast, and you were very, very impressed with his performance against Krzysztof Grabacki. That seems to me a potential massive fight, an all-London fight between you and Lawrence Okolie, banged out O2 Arena, pay-per-view, dare I say. That seems like a really serious fight in a couple of years' time. That must be something that really excites you moving forward.
Absolutely. There's so many big fights. That's the great thing about this. If people want to see rematches with me and CBS, me and Tom McCarthy, they want to see how it will turn out now. People want to see me against other guys on the world scene, Kevin Lorena. People want to see me against Gola-Marian, Merhi. People want to see me against Lawrence Okolie. 2 British fighters, you know, on that level. Oh my gosh, that would sell like crazy. Because I still have people messaging me now, asking me, when are you going to fight him? When are we going to see this? And people know, like, we're pretty much the strongest bangers and stuff in the UK. People, you know, it's going to be fireworks all night. Somebody has to get knocked out. It's just one of them ones. And if we do go the distance, we're going to be in serious pain afterwards. Let's put it that way. We're going to go through. We're going to be in the trenches in war. So, you know, it's one of them things. We just have to see how it turns out. You know, within the next 12 months, I understand Cody's got his route now. He's in a great position, and congratulations to him. He's got his world title, unify. It's just the path is clear. It's easy. Whereas me, I'm working towards a world title. Everybody else is working towards a world title now. So we just have to see how it goes within the next 12 to 18 months. And you never know, man. You just never know.
Well, we look forward to it. Okay, before I let you go, Rich, you're in Loughborough, you train with Angel Fernandez, of course, also worked with Anthony Joshua. We've mentioned Alexander Usyk. Those two are fighting. You know where this is going. Who wins?
First of all, where's this going? So, yeah, I would say it's gonna be one of them fights. It's gonna be more mental than physical, I think. And the thing, obviously, me being around Joshua, I know Joshua personally. I know the way he is. I know how serious he takes the sport, even though he's achieved so much in it already. And plus, the power that he's bringing to the game, his athleticism, the way he moves. Like Usyk, but he has to be careful. Usyk has to be careful, and I know that guy is he's very crafty when he boxes. Sometimes you'd think that you're pushing him back, and then he's trying to set you up for another shot, fighting you fighting you from your peripheral. So it's going to be one of those things where, AJ, in reality, he can keep it very simple. Have a Canelo type guard, GGG style or GGG-esque, and just come forward and just take it to him. Similar to what Chisora done, Chisora, but just more kind of just show him, this is heavyweights now. The punch power is going to be different. He's going to feel it. One thing I seen in the fight against Chisora, the way he took he didn't really like the body shots. Let's just put it that way. So if Joshua can just keep it nice and simple, tight guard, I think he knocks him out. You think he knocks him out 100%. It's gonna, to be honest, and let's look at it. Let's be honest. For Usyk to beat Joshua in the UK, he's gonna have to do something special. Let's just put it that way. But I know Joshua personally, he is taking his fight very, very seriously. You know what I mean? And just like Usyk, so it's gonna be a good contest, 100%. It's gonna be a good contest, and Joshua's gonna land in that fight. So what happens when he lands? If Usyk lands, we know Joshua's gonna be there. He's still gonna be there because his punch power is not, it's not anything to be afraid of. In my opinion. I know if we start to go into accumulation, that's different. But I just think Joshua's got this, honestly. Joshua's got this, and not because he's at home, just because of his commitment and dedication to the sport of boxing. He didn't have to take that fight. That's what everybody needs to know. He didn't have to take that fight. He could have easily vacated that and just went for Fury and, and just waited patiently, did the defense. But he's a throwback fighter. He took that fight and he's testing himself. And everybody knows this is probably going to be the most difficult fight out of all of the fights. Technically being, obviously, Usyk being southpaw and him being that good, balance is on point. Reaction time and everything is like pretty much phenomenal, honestly. And it's gonna be a very good fight. But this is heavyweight boxing. That's what everybody needs to remember. This is not cruiserweight. This is not the cruiserweight division. So we're gonna see how that goes.
We certainly will. Are you gonna make it there? You can North London, go to Tottenham Hotspur's ground. You're gonna make it?
I wish it was at Selhurst Park, but we can make some. we can make some locations, so it's all good. But yeah, I plan to go down there for sure.
Cool. Well, I will see you then. Always a pleasure catching up, Richard. We've gone slightly longer than we'd anticipated, but it's always good to listen to you, and good to see you looking so well. I think I speak for every boxing fan when I say it'd be great. There he goes. Look at him. Look at him. There we go.
His muscles.
looking very well. And it would be great to see you in the ring sometime soon. Maybe
very soon.
Chris Billam-Smith versus Tommy McCarthy this weekend. But always a pleasure, Rich. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social, and I will speak to you Sunday.
Let's get it. See you soon.
Thank you.